John in North Carolina. You're on Free Talk Live. Hello, John.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Welcome, sir. You're on the air.
Oh, thank you. A little bit nervous. I don't call radio shows that often.
Don't worry about it. You're just on with a few guys here in a room.
Yeah, it sounds, I was listening to your little commercial there about ProXPN. It sounds like maybe I should be getting on that service, because I kind of had a little experience today that really made me realize just how dead anonymity and privacy is on the internet.
Tell me about it.
You can't really, well, I decided I was going to try and set up a couple of accounts that were private and anonymous, to post information about, freedom and liberty and conservatism and, subjects such as that could possibly get you in hot water if some employer searched your, Facebook account or some other accounts on the internet. Not really intending to, put anyone down or do anything bad, but just to, repost news articles and things relevant to, internet security and privacy and other aspects like that. And I found that it is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to get through and do that without having some sort of identification information leaked out there.
Just to be clear, I missed briefly what it was you said you were trying to create. Was it a Facebook page?
No, I tried a couple accounts. One was I created an email account.
Okay.
And I created a Twitter account. And that's all I was going to try right there.
I think you can do those two things pretty anonymously.
Anonymous, yeah, sure.
Well, you can't. I first connected to the Tor network, to make sure that I was being private there.
Oh, I see what you mean. You went through Tor and Google blocked you from Tor?
Well, it didn't block me. I got on to Twitter, and, first I went to Outlook and set up a Hotmail account or whatever, and then I went on to Twitter, and I signed up there. And within minutes of signing up on Twitter, I got a notification that the account was suspended. I hadn't even posted anything. I had just uploaded a photo for the profile pic, one for the background, and I subscribed to about 15 other people on Twitter, including you guys.
Why was the account suspended?
They won't tell you.
Well,
I don't know. I have no idea.
I have a speculation that sometimes there's a security feature in websites like Twitter or Gmail, and they will block you out of your account if they notice that you've signed in, let's say, in France and then in Mexico, right after. And with Tor, you're essentially rerouting your IP address to some other place in the world, like Germany, and Twitter might be trying to protect you.
So, but just to clarify something, when you went to sign up for what you said, it was Hotmail or Google Mail, or did you try both?
Well, it was Hotmail.
And when you went to try to sign up for Hotmail through Tor, what was it that blocked you? What stopped you from doing that?
Well, it let me. This is the thing is that I was able to create both accounts.
Oh, okay.
But again,
I'm sorry, I misunderstood
within moments on Twitter, they suspended the account.
Yeah, I suspect Derek might be right on the why they suspended. Now, were you able to kind of log in and unsuspend it, or what's the status with the suspension?
Well, it could be. The first time they did it on Twitter, there was a link that said, okay, why do we suspend accounts? So I clicked on it, and it says, because you violated some term of our service or whatever, here's a link to the service. And I read that, and I did absolutely nothing on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, I hadn't even posted anything. I'd added about 15 people to follow. And
it's
when
weird.
they did that, there was a checkbox. I could go in and click two checkbox saying I agree to abide by the rules and unlock the account. Well, within another 20 minutes, they did it again. And I'd only posted like 5 things, and 2 of them were actually to Twitter asking, what was it that caused my account to get suspended? Another one was a repost or a retweet of something that I saw in the feed.
And this was how recently that this happened?
It was just a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Weird.
It also makes a little sense because Tor will reset your identity every so often so that you're not using the same IP address as you were 40 minutes ago. So it might just be that Tor reset your identity, and then all of a sudden you're in France, and your location.
But usually they'll tell you that, right? Like usually if you log into a website, it'll say, hey, we're freezing your account because it looks like you were in Antarctica 5 minutes ago or something like that.
Yeah, I've had that experience with Google, right? Because part of my job is I travel a lot. So, I even go to Canada and, a couple other places like that. And,
but they're not explaining that. They're not telling you that's the reason for it.
Right. Yeah. And so they had emailed the second time it locked, there was, of course, another thing here, check here. And, they sent me an email to this Outlook account. So I'm in the process of responding to the email. It says respond to this email. As I can see that as a form of verification, respond to the account, and then they know it came from your account. And what happens is suddenly Outlook pops up. I've got like 4 messages in there and says, there's suspicious activity on your account. So it's like this loop of misery.
Wow. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's unfortunately not a tech support show here, so
I'd try ProXPN instead of Tor in this case, because it's unlikely to change your location. You pick a location, say you pick the Netherlands or Singapore.
I would not use a US based server with ProXPN. I would use the Netherlands server. That's as I understand it, the best privacy protections through ProXPN.
Right. Well, that makes sense. And, maybe
give that a shot, John, or maybe the NSA is just targeting you for good laughs, just screwing with you.
I mean, it's disappointing though, because you should be able to express yourself in public.
No, I agree with you, man. And thanks for the call tonight. I appreciate hearing from you. And don't know what else to say. Technology, sometimes it doesn't work out for you. But you can always try again, like make another email address, try another account, and see if they do the same thing to it. Toll-free number here, 855-450-FREE. You take control of Free Talk Live.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.